All right, The Outer Worlds.
The Outer Worlds.
This one's a fun one.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
Capitalism never changes.
I love this game.
That's the video game. That's the whole. Which game? Capitalism, society, or the Outer Worlds?
So I'm a number of hours in. I don't know
Yeah.
how far yet, but I've done every quest on the first 2 places, so...
Yeah. One of the things that I saw that I feel like really speaks to me, or at least to like this whole
Holy
thing that
shit,
we're
you
doing.
have 5 companions at this point? I only have 2!
Yeah, I have 5 companions too, and I think my
Why am I
companions are
missing all
different
these
ones.
companions?
This is what happens when you do every side quest.
I did every
Apparently.
side quest. I think I accidentally told Pavardi to fuck off though.
Oops.
Oh no!
Yeah.
She's the best one.
So
What
here's
do
how
you-
my character's
I like
set
the
up.
cleaning robot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so
that's pretty much how my character's set up. It's like 1 dump stat and then like a 3 and a 2.
Yeah, I wanted to get that extra, like... You don't get penalized that hard for taking a negative, and it's, like, really nice to put into something you want.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. What I should have done is taken the negative and put it into like intelligence, because y'all know Fallout. You gotta put 8 intelligence in if you want to convince the master to blow himself up.
Yeah, the dumb.
So one of the things that's nice is they have stat things for, or like competency levels at every like 20 points or something, so you get all
Yeah.
sorts of like bonuses.
Extra goodies,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think they've done a really good job in making even stuff like the personality traits be effective in combat.
Yeah.
What it feels like they've done, if you compare it to like New Vegas, is
We should
they
probably introduce that concept of it.
what?
Like, so, okay, this is a game, if you didn't know, hearing the buzz
Oh,
about this
yeah.
game and you've just never heard of it, this is a game created by Obsidian, which was previously Black Isles, that did Fallout 2 and also Fallout New Vegas, which is why people were really excited for this game.
I don't know why, but I couldn't find the elevator button.
Yeah,
I
man,
know.
no, I know.
You know what? I got
did the
stuck
same
on that
shit.
exact elevator. I actually jumped off a couple times.
I did that on, like, the Moon Quest, where it's like, well, I guess I hurt my entire legs, now I'm just gonna die.
Okay,
yeah.
so another note. This is one of the first games in a long time that all 3 of us have played.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so back to what you were saying. This is developed by Obsidian, who used to be Black Isle, who made Fallout 1 and 2 and New Vegas.
Yeah.
This game is just basically New Vegas, but in the Unreal Engine, and instead of being like Bethesda jank, it's like crafted spaces.
Yeah.
So overall, the spaces are smaller, but they're
really gives me
more
like a
intelligently
KOTOR.
designed.
It really gives me like a KOTOR kind of vibe more so than New
Yeah.
Vegas. and,
Or
like,
Mass
map
Effect.
design
Yeah, I would
and
say-
stuff.
Yeah, that's what I said
Yeah.
too.
I would say this game is very much like a mashup between like Mass Effect and Fallout New Vegas, specifically New Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And kind of what they've done with the back to my original point, what they've kind of done with the every 20 competency level things that you were talking about is they rolled the the perks that you would you put 20 points into heavy weapons, so now you have to take the heavy weapons perk as well. They've just kind of rolled that into one thing.
Yeah, which is smart.
Yeah.
Mhm. 'Cause,
One-
like, why wouldn't you want it?
Yeah. So like the one thing that bugs me a little bit of like the whole game, this is like my one complaint, is they reduced the number of armor pieces to 1. Well, 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Helmet and
could-
armor. I get why
Yeah.
they did it, and it's fine, and they have a modding system for the armor instead, I get that. But I liked to mix and match my shit in Fallout games.
yeah, that was part of the fun.
But
It was one of
literally-
the things people complained about for like Skyrim that they like added back into Fallout 4, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And then, I mean, the weapon modding system isn't quite as involved as something like Fallout 4 76 or whatever. But other than that, like, everything else is better than every Fallout game I've played by a country mile. Like, the shooting is so much better.
I feel like the one thing that does suffer a little bit is the looting. Because, like, in this game, there's, like, there's only a few exciting things you can loot. Like, once you have your armor that you've modded out, it's like, okay, it's not really exciting to loot armor anymore because I have to replace my old armor and that's modded, so I have to buy the mods again. And
Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah.
bother me, but
Honestly, that particular thing, especially like when it comes to the guns and stuff, sort of reminds me a little bit of like playing Fallout 1 and 2 with like there are specific guns, like this is the best gun in this particular class. So if you've leveled up this particular stat, like this game has like long guns and short guns, Fallout 2 had something similar. If you level up this particular get that, this is the end game gun. And I kind of like that.
it doesn't feel like that at all to me.
Mm.
Like on my character, I have three, because I'm mainly specializing in long guns. I have 3 different long guns that I use.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and maybe it's just because I specialize in short guns, and I found, like, the short gun with heavy ammo that I kill people in one hit with a headshot with.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, like, I kind of, like, don't get excited for any loot. It's, like, either a potion that I'm just gonna jam into my inhaler and not even know what it does, or it's a gun that is identical to the other 17 guns that I just picked up.
I don't know, because, like, so for me, I have mods coming out of my pockets like crazy, so I don't even care. Like, if I have to get a new armor or gun, I'm just like, whatever. Now I'm hitting a point where I'm hitting, like, tier 2 guns, so I'm getting just better versions of guns I already had, which have more mod slots or just more raw damage and stuff.
Yeah. You know, now that I kind of think about it, I am misrepresenting that. It's just because I always use sniper rifles, so my progression train in every one of these games is a rifle without a scope, and then a scoped rifle, and then the military grade sniper rifle, and then that's it.
Well, I don't know, because even then there's different brands of sniper rifle. Like, I was also doing something similar. I was using the T&L sniper for a while, and then eventually I got a Deadeye Hammersmith sniper rifle, and I've been using that lately. But even then, those guns handle differently. Like, one's a bolt action, the other one's a like an assault rifle, kind of.
I don't think I've really found that many sniper. I think I found that assault rifle one, but I haven't found the other one. So maybe I'm just getting kind of bad luck with my loot rolls and stuff. Or
I don't know, because I've been seeing them everywhere, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Strange.
Oh, and also, while you're talking to Nyoka here, this is a good place to talk about the characters in this game are really good and fun, and I love them.
Basically, any character that is named is written really well.
Oh yeah, and it's not just like companions, you know, every named character. They're all fully fleshed out with their backstories and everything. Like even the one dick ass guy who's twirling his mustache and being like, yes, I am the capitalist. He has like,
but I have good reasons to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like, yeah, I fucking hate all of these bastards, but also I'm a horrible piece of shit bastard.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you, but I'm the worst human being on the planet.
Yeah, so there's a lot of variants. Like, I found, you know, the benevolent capitalist who wants to just do right by his workers. I found the, like, evil capitalist who just wants to... Like, I'm sure he would feed people to the Saltuna machine if he could.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's there's the scientist man who's only interested in his work. Whether it makes money or not.
Because it just happened on the screen, I just used a medical check, so that just makes me want to bring up the fact that I've seen really good checks for all sorts of stuff, even things you might not expect. So they're really good about working that stuff in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As playing as a charisma mancer, going through the game, I feel bad I didn't put more into perception.
Yeah, that's my main stat.
Yeah.
I actually like. They have like conversation pieces for like all kinds of stuff. Like obviously they have we've talked about this, the dumb stat where if you have negative intelligence, they've even thought of like making that isn't just a purely negative thing, that makes some checks easier. Like instead of having to rewire a robot, I was able to just hit it upside the head and it started working right with a 10 engineering skill. So yeah, all kinds of checks. I think I've even seen like medical checks. I didn't play with that dumb character for very long though. It was
I got a medical check, literally the first thing that happened when I got off, and the first person I talked to had a medical check, and I was like, cool.
Yeah, it was like 5 medicine. I was like, oh, all right. Well, I don't know how I got that, but that's good enough for me. I can heal him.
Yeah. I think you just have to not be dumb because I wasn't able to heal.
So I know the
Yeah,
video.
not on my first character.
I know the video is a lot of talking, but like the second half of the video, I actually do shoot people. So I just throwing that out there.
This is
Besides,
pretty
the game
much
is a lot of talking.
Yeah, the game is a lot of talking. It is definitely a role-playing game. There's a lot of talking and choices and dialogue options.
Yeah, if anything, I intentionally tried to balance the video, so like I leave the city pretty early to have some shooting in the video, but yes, a lot of it is talking, and that's actually good. It's fun.
Yeah, often what I will do is spend like a good hour or two in town talking to people, picking up quests and stuff, and then I'll go out and do them all at once. And if I happen to find another town, I'll spend like a good another 30 minutes talking to people in that town.
I do the same thing. Like I go from place to place trying to get every quest I can, and then trying to do as many as I can in like one area.
It's just so interesting to talk to all the characters and like learn about them because they're so fleshed out.
Yeah.
Even this person who's just a random like vendor, I'm having a really long, interesting conversation with just this vendor.
Yeah,
like that's all she is. She's like a quest marker and a vendor, and like that's it. So they just do such a good job of making everything matter. I don't know.
Yeah, and then like kind of back to the moral ambiguity thing, right? They just have so many Oh, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. They have so many like
moral dilemmas.
So like it's weird and messed up, but your character can also just be a sociopath about them. Like the one thing that I'm thinking of is at one point a lady is like, okay, well I can make the soil fertile, but I have to grind up human corpses to do it. And you can be like, oh, that's horrible, or you're like, oh, all right, that's cool.
Oh, that's weird. I never ran into that quest at all.
Yeah, it's I think you did the opposite. You made like an opposite choice, and
yeah.
So that's another interesting thing. You do kind of lock yourself out of some quests. Like you can't experience everything in one.
One of the specific quest marks that you can get is botched.
But often it doesn't mark a quest botched unless something happens.
Kill the quest giver or something.
Yeah. Usually it'll just update the quest and be like, okay, we changed the objective to this thing instead.
We changed the objective to, okay, I guess you guys are killing them all now. Do that, I suppose.
So the character sent me to go get her pills, but that person was like, I don't want to give you the pills, so I'm like, okay, where was the storeroom again?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just steal the pills and then not have to worry about it. So I spent like 30 minutes talking to her, just went upstairs and stole the pills in like 2 seconds.
I was just like, when I talked to that particular lady. Yeah?
When I try to go out of my way to not do stuff like that, like if I know I can sneak around and steal the pills, like I won't do it on purpose just so that I can read the dialogue and stuff and try to talk her into giving it to me.
I mean,
if I can't, then I steal the pills.
I mean, I don't always just steal stuff, but I was like, man, I don't want to go through the hassle of like finding the one person in town who doesn't want to use their pill voucher, so I'm just gonna take it.
Yeah, I walked up to her and was like, hey, listen, lady, couldn't you just give me some pills for me? No, sorry, can't do that, huh? You're a real charmer, but I can't do that. All right, give me the fucking pills.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't have enough social points to do intimidation checks, and I have negative strength, and that hurts your intimidation, I think.
You know, that reminds me, actually. One of the things your companions can do is help you with checks, like social checks. So, like, one of the companions that I always take with me is the robot companion, who's like a refitted janitor robot that sprays acid instead of spray cleaner for combat.
Yeah.
Well, he gives you like 35 bonus points to intimidation or something.
Yeah.
And I have had it at points where like that robot will interject into my conversation to intimidate somebody, just like by being there. Like, I don't get to make a choice. The robot just does it. And I think
funny too.
Like a lot of the companions have stuff like that in particular conversations.
Yeah, the characters will inject all over the
yeah.
place. Like, it just happened where the medical lady popped in and said something snarky.
Yeah, exactly.
And especially when you have people with you that have expertise on the subject you're talking about.
Yeah.
So,
or like know people.
Yeah, like the engineer will talk to like there was one quest because I had Felix with me. I totally didn't have to fight these bandit guys because they were like, "Oh, hey Felix, how's it going?"
Yeah, that's funny.
And then they were like, "Okay, well since you're Felix friend, I guess I'll leave you."
Yeah. Like I had a quest that I did on like an asteroid and yeah. Also, and I brought like Ellie along, and she just had like this heated conversation, by which I mean argument with the guy. It was like this like buff strong chin man. Yeah. Ah, thank you for helping me. I was about to get myself out of this predicament. Hey there, Ellie. You know this guy? You know, me and Ellie once we didn't actually do anything, but almost.
Yeah, I remember that guy. Was it? I thought it was Pavardi.
No, it was Ellie.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I was thinking of someone else. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember
has
that.
a crush on the captain. That's another thing. There's a lot of like good representation. Like Pavardi in particular is like an ace lesbian, and that's wonderful. And that's not like her singular character trait.
Yeah, but a lot of your quest line with her is like
is
helping her talk to her like crush basically.
Girlfriend. And it's adorable, goddammit.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it is pretty cute.
So I started realizing that my corrosive weapon isn't really working on these guys.
Yeah, the ones that spit acid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a shock weapon? I really need to mod a weapon for shock, but
yeah.
I keep trying to use the science weapons.
Shock is particularly good for robots, but I got a corrosive mod, so I was able to do that. And that's good against like people with armor, robots, and mantiqueens.
Oh yeah. Is it good against mantiqueens? I thought no. Plasma is bad against mantiqueens.
Yeah. It says in the codexes. If you ever forget, you can look.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just checking what stuff I had in my inhaler in case I wanted to like heal myself. The annoying thing about this corrosive is it makes you all slow.
Yeah.
We've mentioned the inhaler a couple times. I want to say it real quick. It has an interesting way to like represent your medical stat. If you level it up, you can kind of put different chemicals into the inhaler. Like the inhaler is your heal stim pack button, but you can like mix a bunch of different drugs so that you can just put them all on one hotkey. Basically, it's interesting, but I feel like it would just be better served if you could just put each individual one directly into hotkeys.
Oh, and here's another thing. I just got offered a flaw for drug addiction, which while I'm withdrawing, it has these effects, but I get a perk point.
Yeah, see, I took that one because if you notice, you are carrying 95 fucking stim packs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have and those count as drugs, the stim packs do, so...
That's fine.
I just took it, and I'm like, if I'm really running out, like if I'm getting the penalties and stuff, I can just take a stim pack.
Well, I sort of have been going out of my way to avoid like penalty stuff. Like I have just a ton of consumables, and I just sell everything that's alcohol or nicotine because I don't want to have the penalties on it. This is a plasma rifle. Those are, or it's a carbine, I guess. Those are good against these the raptidons.
They also all seem to charge. Like they all have a charge mechanic. The plasma cannon, the plasma rifle.
Really, the only one I've ever seen do that is the carbine.
Really? Because I definitely got a gun really early on that has a charge. I wonder if like certain guns are just not in particular seeds of the game or something.
I don't know. I doubt it because I've had a lot of different options for guns. This is the only one I've really ran into that charges though. So I don't know.
Strange.
I leveled up, so I'm gonna put points in here.
Yeah, and so one thing about the skill tree, real quick. I think Thel mentioned this kind of in passing. Each skill has like a greater category. You can put points in the category to level up all of the skills simultaneously up to 50, and then after 50 you have to start specializing.
Yeah,
which is kind of
neat. That's a pretty good idea, because it kind of opens up builds that like made me think about builds that I've never really thought about before. It's like, instead of being like, okay, well, I don't have 25 in Persuade, so I'm not even going to read that option. It's like, oh, because I pumped my barter up to 50, my Persuade is like 35. All right, cool. I can say this now.
Yeah.
And then it makes me think, oh, maybe I do want to put points into Persuade, because it kind of does open up a lot of options. You know, it makes you think about it a little bit.
Yeah. So and I've also done the thing where, like, oh, I'm like 10 short of hacking this terminal. Let's just take a bunch of drugs.
Yeah.
So there's like some classic Fallout gameplay in there.
Yeah. Take more drugs than I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. None of the, like, honestly though, like, none of the companions are really super endearing to me. Like, I don't like Nyoka, and she's really the only one I've spent too much time playing, like, a lot of time playing with.
Really?
But yeah.
I kind of like her.
But I love Sam.
I like Nyoka and I like Sam. I also like Ellie and Pravarti. The Priester man grows on you.
Vicar I really love on this planet. Vicar is really great on this planet because he basically has philosophical arguments with some of the people on this planet, which is really interesting.
I dressed Vicar up as Moon Man.
I didn't know you could get him.
That's hilarious.
They front load a lot of those companions, huh? All of those people are on like the first or second place you go.
Yeah, the first or second place, yes.
I assume you'll have to like pick and choose who you want to take with you.
Well, yeah, I mean, you get 2 on the first one, 2 on the second one, and then...
Yeah.
Oh, and then you have to go out of your way to get Sam, because you needed, like, an acid thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I actually, the most recent one I got was Nyoka, I guess, but Sam was the one before this one.
Oh, I went so far out of my way to get Sam. I'm like, I'm doing this quest the second I can.
Let's go.
Because one of the things that I keep getting reminded of every time I step onto the ship is the fucking...
Be careful. The first one's free.
I can't remember the name of the ship in KOTOR. But the ship, and I'm thinking, it reminds me of KOTOR, and so I saw the robot that I could repair, and I was like, oh, I am repairing this fucking robot right now.
Yeah.
He will bring me right back to HK-47.
So
and
one
he
thing
sure kind of does.
One thing that happens too is your characters or your companions react to whatever you're doing. So like, and they'll even have conversations with each other about stuff. So depending on the different pairs you have with you, they'll say different things to each other as well.
Yeah. And they have conversations on the ship, which is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like, I was running around with Vicar and Nyoka for a while, for actually a lot of this planet, and they were having conversations about like whether or not the corporations were good, and like what the if Vicar's like religion involves like an afterlife and stuff, and so I don't know, it was like really interesting stuff. And that was just from having those two together, and they were like after you talk to a guy about like the religious stuff, then you walk away, and then your characters start having a conversation about it. So it's like it's interactive not only to which ones you have with you, but also into what's happening in the game. And that's like really interesting.
It makes them feel like just that much more real.
Yeah.
Especially because you don't have to, like, in an older game like KOTOR, for example, you would have to like turn around and trigger a conversation, and if you didn't want to have that conversation, you would just not. And this way you have to listen to it.
Yeah.
So
because,
anyway.
like, yeah, it's cool.
So anyway, that was Outer Worlds. Definitely a recommendation from us. I think it's safe to say.
Absolutely. One probably the best, like most efficient way, especially like with all of us like talking about it, to describe this game is I straight up just saw a fucking meme where it was all Fallout 1 and 2 fans, New Vegas fans beating the shit out of Fallout 76, and then like the Fallout 3 and 4 fans getting up to help, and it's like that, but with this game, it's for everyone. It's for everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, so this game's probably going to be on our game of the year too. Like I can already tell.
Oh
Ah,
yeah,
fucking
it's really
absolutely.
great.
Oh yeah.
All right, so that's it for Outer Worlds.
Outer Wilds is a different game.
I know. I
I need
had
to
to
play
catch
that
myself.
game too.
I hear it's like Subnautica, but that is not what this video is about.
Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Join our Discord. We also have a Patreon. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. And remember, as always,
Stay beautiful.